Hi, it's Lisa
and Dawn
from the Codependent Knitters. Welcome to episode 2. We apologize for the technical difficulties in episode 1. We're working on those. Working on real hard.
We think we've worked out some kinks.
Yes, the kinks.
Lisa should be louder.
I should be a lot louder. I'm trying.
We did play it back on our iPad, and we knew she was quiet, but we could hear her, and the experience is definitely different depending on the device you watched on. So we've worked out some of those kinks, we hope, and this episode should be better.
And I'm working on my pronunciation. My mom said not to mumble.
Oh, don't mumble. Okay.
I know, right? No, Mom.
We want to give a huge thank you to our family and friends who we thought there'd be a handful that would watch and subscribe. And then there have been many other people, and it's just really exciting.
It's been really good.
Yeah,
really,
it's exciting and surprising. Yeah. And we've had so much positive feedback, and people have been just really kind and said really nice things. And so that's been encouraging, and we're here for this episode for sure. And I think we're going to keep doing it. So thanks to everyone.
Thank you very much for your support.
Yeah.
It's been overwhelming.
Wonderful.
It's really good. Thank you.
Okay, so we have been very busy and done a lot since our last episode.
Let's tell them about our road trip.
Okay, we had some road trips.
Yay.
Okay, you go first.
So we took a road trip because Dawn found out Fiber Friends was going to be in London in a store called Knit Stitch, a great little store, because she won their giveaway.
I won a giveaway. I mentioned that.
Dawn.
I picked it up while we were there. So I won a giveaway on their podcast. It's Sweet Georgia yarn. Gorgeous. It's kind of like a cranberry red and a little bit of taupe and a little charm. So we knew we were going to the store for their event, and so I arranged to pick this up there.
So show them the other thing
and
you got.
What they were doing is on the Fiber Friends podcast. If you haven't watched, go watch. It's 3 ladies from the London area, and
they are awesome.
They're awesome. It's a really good podcast.
Funny, really.
Caroline does all kinds of stitching and knits, and her and her sister-in-law, I think, have a sewing business, so they do project bags. Louise is a knitting instructor and has written her own patterns, and Adrienne is a yarn dyer and does some beautiful yarn. So they collaborated they collaborated
really pretty.
In a kit, and they're going to do seasonal kits, and they were launching it at Knit Stitch on their knit night. Okay, so we went for the kit. So, well, and to meet them and for a road trip. But anyways, the point was we got a kit. Good. So this is the bag, and I've been like doing that. I love that sound. So I've been doing that a few times, so it's kind of looks all rumpled, but it was pristine. Like she didn't even close it because she wanted it to be nice and smooth. So this is the bag, and then inside there's a matching DPN or circular needle holder, so your stitches don't fall off. It's got little snaps, and you put your needles inside and close it up. And you hold this. The yarn, which was dyed to match by Adrienne, and it's looking bluish green on the screen, but it's actually a gorgeous
turquoise.
Yeah, like it's a lot more greeny, but it's beautiful. It's very tonal, and it's just stunning.
Reminds me of the water down south.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. And
it's not in there.
No, it's here. And the pattern. So this is the pattern. It's called, I can't read it backwards, Rambling Friends Sock. So this is Louise's pattern, and she actually had a sock in progress at the event, and so we got to see it. It's a shorty sock with lace on top, and I believe she's going to be setting up a shop on Ravelry for her patterns. So if it's there when we do the show notes, we'll link to it. If not, we'll update it when it gets added. But yeah, watch for that because it's a beautiful sock.
And she was really nice too because
so sweet.
They had the testers there. That a couple of ladies tested them, and they showed them in different colors. So they were it was a really pretty.
That's right. There was a test knit there. So it was just a really fun night, and they had a huge turnout. There were definitely well over 20 people there.
And the cookies were awesome.
There were someone made homemade chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, there were some snacks and treats, and any unsold, like any additional kits, I think they had like 30 kits made. So extra kits were put on the Evertotes Etsy shop. I'll link to it as well. So if you are interested in the kit, you can check and see if there are any left.
There may not be any.
There may not be by now, because that was like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so that's, and they will be doing it seasonally. So they'll be doing another one, I believe, in the fall.
Definitely gives you something to watch for.
Yeah,
They're beautiful.
And the totes, oh my gosh, the totes are beautiful. Like the project bags and sock bags that they're making on Evertote's website or Etsy shop are really nice. So check those out too. As well as Adrian. So let's just show their cards. So Louise, who did the pattern, is Wildflower Wool. Right here. Okay. And we'll link to her. But there's her info. And then Evertote, Caroline, and Kathleen. A tote for every occasion. So they're on Etsy. They are on Etsy. There's a website on the card here, but they are definitely on Etsy. And Adrian, which is Old Oak Yarns. There's her beautiful card.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. And she's got yarns on Etsy. Really nice stuff. So definitely check those out. And it's really nice yarns. So in addition to the kit and the party, it was a lot of fun. Someone was demoing belly dancing, and it was a lot of fun. They have a good time there.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. I also, in advance, I had ordered some yarn from Adrian.
So this is the whole reason for our road trip. There's more to it than just this, though.
Yeah. I ordered a colorway called Berries and Brambles. She's been showing it on her podcast. Oh, this is picking up the color pretty good. It's a slightly brighter.
Really nice.
Yeah, a slightly brighter pinky purple, but definitely a pinky purple.
And
the dark brown.
Like a really dark espresso.
Gorgeous. So I ordered 2 of these from her and just arranged to pick them up from her because we were going to be going. And there's a little, this is the cutest thing because it's Old Oak Yarns. I'm going to put it on the front so you can see it. There's a little acorn charm. Can you see it there? How cute is that? Little acorns. Like a little really charm. Cute. Yeah, and she threw in, there's a package of soap, and there's a little hand cream. So that's really nice. And it feels really nice. Did you even touch it?
I did.
Yeah.
I caressed it all the way home.
All the way home. So that was a treat. So we had a really good time. We met them and took a picture together, and they're just a lot of fun, and we look forward to their next podcast. It's a really cute yarn shop. So she also has fabric.
About that one first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we're talking about knit stitch. So while we were there, we got a little. Of course, there's other yarns. So I picked up a skein of Madeline Tosh Twist Light in blues, purples, greens to go with the Malabrigo Anniversario colorway that I had. So this one has some blues and greens and purples in it, but it's a lot of pinks and reds, and I wanted something else. Some more blues and greens and purples. So I bought these 2.
They go really well.
Yeah, they complement each other really nice. And I want to do some kind of a shawl. Like just
with the 2 of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the 2 together. So I think it'll look really neat. I haven't decided on a pattern yet. Still working on that. But I picked up those. And you got a pattern. A sewing pattern.
I kind of went a little different. I got a sewing pattern. So it's kind of nice. It's for a shirt or a dress. So
but you didn't get fabric yet.
I didn't get fabric because I wanted to read the instructions and make sure it wasn't too crazy advanced for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to doing that. I think it'll be kind of neat.
They do a lot of sewing classes there, knitting classes. They do some project bag classes, and it's only an hour drive away for us.
But you know what I loved there? Was she had a lot of the samples.
Yeah.
Right? She had the rack of clothing that she had made in bags, and they were all hanging up, and you could try them. And she had samples along the windowsill. And
the little cats.
I know, and
owls.
The owls. Yeah. And so she had those, and there was just samples everywhere.
And it's a really cozy little shop.
It is.
Yeah, there's
but watch the summer. Because there's a big window with a lot of sun.
It was a hot day.
And I felt like I should be wearing sunscreen.
Yeah, we had to move out of the sun because it was pretty warm. But it's a gorgeous shop. It's nice and bright. Lots of room. So if you have a chance, if you're in London or can get there for knit night. She's got that
basement for classes.
Oh yeah, sewing. There's like sewing stations downstairs. Yeah. So yeah, great shop. We had a lot of fun on that trip. That's not the only place we went.
No, you know us. We kind of got distracted. We wanted to leave Sarnia early and make it with enough time with a leeway and stuff. So we actually ended up in the London area pretty early. So we went to Little Red Mitten.
We've been there before.
Which is always a favorite go-to. And it was, so yeah, we went into there. We also had Farm Boy for lunch. That was good too.
Yeah, we stopped at Farm Boy for lunch. They have a lovely salad and all kinds of hot entrees and soups for lunch. Yeah. What did you buy at Little Red Mitten?
What did I buy? I bought this, I don't know. I fell in love with it when I first saw it. It's not really a good picture, but it's,
yeah,
you can kind of see it. It's a shawl and it's gradient.
It's gradient.
But they had it packaged. Now, I've already ripped the package of this color out of the package because I started, but I didn't like the needle size I was using. But they came packaged like this.
That's cute.
And this one was at the top.
And of course you bought gray.
I bought gray. Surprise, surprise. I know.
Do you want me to hold it so people can see you talking?
So,
gray.
But they had them in really good colors. They had them in blues, rainbows, and reds to oranges.
Yeah, there was yellow, green,
and the
bright
greens.
colors.
Yeah, so it was really nice.
It's a cute kit.
It. I love it. And it's super soft. It's very soft.
That is nice yarn.
Yeah, it's nice.
100% merino.
Yeah.
Extra fine.
Yep.
Is that a lace weight?
No, I think it's a fingering.
It feels like a light fingering.
It's a light fingering.
Okay.
So I hope to do that and get that
awesome.
finished. And basically the shawl, thank you, is all garter stitch. So it'll be nice and squishy and
take anywhere.
Thoughtless project, you know. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how it goes.
That's all you got there?
That was all that I bought there. That was a pretty
easy
good
restraint
trip for me.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good trip.
I was looking around and
oh yeah.
I picked up just a skein of Côte d'Azur. It's Malabrigo sock yarn. I just love the color. It is hard to find a nice navy, like a dark navy. And to me, this is my perfect navy. It's easier to see back here.
Yeah, the color's true.
It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So I just bought that because I like the color.
It's really, really
and this will go with a lot of things, probably in my stash. I picked this up, which is probably my favorite purple. It's eggplant in the Alegria, which I love.
Just one.
I have 2 of these already. I used one in a project and I bought another one to replace it. And then I was there and it was the last one. So I couldn't let someone else get it. I had to get it because you might not see it again.
No,
so
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous, it's looking a little blown out in the brightness from the window, but it's a beautiful dark eggplanty purple color. Love it. And then, what did my wandering eye see? Another skein. This one is Malvin. And it's got dark plum, teal, Alegria again, gold. It's just beautiful. So it looks nice with this, or with the navy, or on its own. I'm not sure.
Do you know what else is just noticing? Is you could even do something like that.
Yeah, with the solid.
Even with that.
Yeah.
And
you could play a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. So can you tell I like these colors? No. The blues, the purples, the dark tealy, turquoise, and aqua. Those are mine. Those are your I don't wear them much, but I want to knit with them. So.
I know. That's fine. Just keep wearing neutrals and you can wear all your colors.
And then I can wear colors, right. And I can change it, right? So I don't have to have different colors in my wardrobe. So that was that road trip. And this is probably going to be a longer podcast than we meant because we have so much to talk about. Then the next week, we did another road trip. So tell us about that.
Okay. So we ended up driving 3 hours to Camila Valley Farm.
Because our friend Noelle.
We have a good friend, Noelle, and she took a weaving class and she has taken off like crazy. Weaving. She is so talented at it and it's all, she really loves it. And she's made scarves. She's doing a color pool shawl right now. Yeah. She's made tea towels.
The tea towels are gorgeous.
Oh, they're gorgeous. She's done all
She's going to do a table runner.
That. Yeah. No, she did finish the table runner.
Of course she did. It's only been a week. She probably finished everything she bought stuff for. So she wanted to go to Camila Valley Farm
because it has a lot of weaving supplies. A lot of weaving supplies. And, but I wanted to go because that carries some of the Jameson and I wanted to go to see the Jameson because they carry most of the colors. I used to be able to buy the Jameson when she went to the shows, but the shows just got too much for her.
And they had it in more than one weight.
Yeah,
they
more
had
than
2
one
weights
weight
for sure.
They also had they had the lace weight, they had the DK, and they had the spun. So yeah, so they had those. She didn't have as much. I think didn't have as much in the lace weight. They also had the Cascade. They had the Cascade.
Cascade 220 in every current color.
Yeah.
So they may have a few other colors, but there was a wall of Cascade, and they had every current color, which, you know,
I mean, the only thing you could do is just stand there for a few minutes and just breathe it all in. It was pretty overwhelming.
There was some Lopi.
They had the Lopi. They had Lopi Light and Lopi, the other one. Oh,
what else?
and I got Lopi on sale. I have to tell you that.
Yeah. We both did.
Yeah.
So what we got there, these were in a sale bin. I got a great price. So, okay, this does not, it looks like a cute little key lime pie. No. This is screaming loud. You can't even tell.
Yeah.
It's screaming loud neon.
And this is
neon.
Crazy,
like glow in the dark green.
Hot pink.
Awesome. And so there's green, pink, and yellow in a sale bin.
My daughter loves pink, so I had to get that. But so they had the regular Lopi. They also had, what else did they have? They had the Handmaiden.
Handmaiden. So we picked up. Did you get some of that?
I didn't get any of it. I got.
I did.
I went.
They didn't have a lot of it, but
I went for the specific sweater, and then once I got there and I had the colors all laid out, I couldn't decide which color I wanted to choose for my body.
I thought they were good.
I still loved them, but I just couldn't decide what color I wanted to do the body, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to go back.
Yeah. So you ended up not getting the Jameson for your sweater, but you did get Show the Cones.
I got these. These are they're actually a weaving.
Beautiful dark navy.
It's Harrisville, and they use it for
I block
weaving.
the light, it's easier to see.
But if you do wraps per inch, it's actually just it's 19, so it's kind of either fingering or it's a sport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a
fingering
swatch.
Feels like a fingering.
It does. It does to me.
And of course the dark gray.
So I'm going to do a swatch, and I want to make a sweater where it's the stripes, one gray, one navy. So it's there is a bit more difference than what shows up.
And if you end up doing the sweater pattern that you wanted to make, you might get the cones then.
Yeah.
Is this Jameson?
This is actually Harrisville.
Okay.
Harrisville design. So yeah, but it was really nice.
It's a lot more economical to get it in the big cone for sure.
So it was but they have limited colors, which is fine.
Yeah, in the cones.
So
but they had grays for you.
Yes, this is all good. It's all good.
And they had like an aqua turquoise for me if I wanted to.
Yeah, they actually had 2 or 3 turquoise that were nice.
They had a brighter
and they had a pink
one. Yeah, a nice rosy
they
pink.
They had about 3 shelves of different colors. You could pretty much choose you want. Yeah.
So I found there were a couple bins of Fleece Artist, 100% merino. This is like a black and cream and different tones of gray. And then there was a solid tonal gray. So I picked those up. They go well together. That would make a nice shawl. This would be really nice for Pure Joy. Hohi's Pure Joy shawl. Actually, that'd be really nice for Pure Joy. I think if I did Girl from the Grocery Store, I would do something with more speckle like it's 2. You can do it in 2 colors. I would probably do not a solid. Well, although I could, I don't know if I have enough, but definitely. Oh, these might be a little less. Yes, they're lower yardage too. I might not have enough for a Pure Joy. We'll see, but something like that would look nice with those. So I got those.
So of course I had to get some Jameson because I was there.
Yeah.
And last episode I showed the Christmas ornaments to knit that I want to try a couple for. So I ended up buying these colors to make them with.
Nice.
Just different color combinations.
I love this green.
The green is kind of, they call it leprechaun, I think.
Leprechaun? It's kind of a nice apple-y green.
Yeah. So I actually...
Not the typical forest green, Christmassy green. It's a little...
Yeah.
A little different.
You need a little modern colors. So I actually started one, and I'm just doing stripes because they have a description on how to increase and do the increases so that it makes the balls to do the color work in.
Okay. Do you want me to hold it up and you talk?
Yeah. So the one thing I love about the Jameson when you do color work is it actually really sticks to itself. So you don't get a lot of gaps, and it's...
So where do your rows start? Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't get much laddering. Like that's really looking nice.
And I mean, I'm not really prone to laddering because I knit tight.
Yeah.
But that just, I don't know why, it just sticks to itself so well.
So you have the hat you brought to show me, but also to show everyone. The hat that you did in Jameson.
I put it,
because...
It dropped.
Okay, you grab that. So I bought some Jameson, and I didn't think I liked it before when we've seen it because it's a little more raw, like for wool, because it's 100% wool. But I found these colors, perfect colors for me. And again, this blue is just a slightly more of a greeny blue. And
it's like an aqua color.
And the gray's
really
almost
pretty.
a
That one
cream.
reminds
It's
me of a
gorgeous.
Tiffany and white heather.
Beautiful. So I got these. Well, I got a few more balls, but I'm gonna do some colorwork mitts, I think. But yeah, this is the hat. So Lisa did this hat out of Jameson.
Actually, no, it's really pretty if you hold it.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Look at the crown. Doo-doo. Snowflake. Okay, I'll zoom in.
It's my daughter's. I have another one on the go, a work in progress that is gray instead of blue. You'll never guess who that's for. But this one is for my daughter. I get all my bright
Didn't
colors.
you start it for you, and then she said she wanted it?
Well, I showed her the colors because I really loved the colors, so I bought it.
This is a turquoise.
And then she saw it and it was gone.
What's the pattern name?
It's kind of strange. Snot Heat or something. It's that one by Kate Davies.
It was in our show notes from episode 1 because we talked about it, and it will be. I'll link to it in our show notes on Ravelry for episode 2.
But even when you look at it this way, the blue actually shows blue. You don't see a lot of, because sometimes when you do color work, you see more of the color underneath.
What's that called? Color dominance?
Yeah. So this it's good because the top layer really sticks to itself well.
So this yarn helps avoid that?
Well, it doesn't. It also depends
it's
on,
also
for
your
me
technique.
Personally, it helps avoid that. But it doesn't matter about your technique, and you do need to understand which hand to carry it in if you do two-handed ferrule. Yeah. But if you just twist, then you don't need to do it. Okay. So
not something I have much experience in, but you do. So
I'm a two-hander.
You'll help me when I do my color work with these.
So it's a cute little
hat.
I have
done two-hand color work.
Yeah. Yeah. So
just not, hats. With nice quality.
Me and my hats. Love my hats.
Love it. And it's like 32 degrees today, so you're going to need that.
I know, right?
Actually, I have the air conditioning cranked right up because this office gets hot, so you might need the toque. Okay.
So
that was Camila Valley Farm.
But you know us, we could get very, very easily distracted.
Okay, it's 3-hour drive. 3-hour drive to get there. And then on the way home, of course, you look at Google Maps and you check to see, are there any yarn shops?
Do you know what I just realized that's really, really funny? What? And I just realized it thinking about this. Okay, so we went to a yarn shop, then we ate. Then we went to a yarn shop, then we ate. We got it all figured out.
Best 2 things in life.
Oh no,
we did that too on the first trip. Yeah. We went to a yarn shop and then we ate. Then we went to a yarn shop and we ate there. Snacks.
Oh man.
So after Camila Valley Farm, we stopped in Guelph at it was all of us our first time going
I'd seen them at one of the shows.
Okay.
They had
but
been
not
at the
their
shows,
shop.
but not their shop.
All strung out.
You know what?
A great yarn shop.
It's amazing. Real estate wise, it's not very big.
Nope.
But what they
Small
have in
footprint
there is amazing.
It's packed.
It's packed.
But not like hoarder, cluttered packed.
Like
no,
everything
they have a lot.
Everything has a place. It's not falling all over the place.
Right.
They have these really tall shelves. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, they're taller
like the cube
than me.
shelves.
They're taller than me.
They're tall.
But above the shelves are these displays that have tons and tons of samples.
They have so many.
They had so many
made up samples.
And you know what? I have to say,
tons of
that
shawls.
girl that works there was so sweet. She was so nice.
Yeah.
She was really but
beautiful.
It was just
It's neat when you see something made. Sometimes you can look at a pattern and think, oh, that's not really my taste. But when you see something made, and depending on the color it's made in, we saw one with beads that was beautiful. It can just really sell you on the yarn, and because you can feel it, right? And on the pattern. And
what was the name of that one? I don't remember.
We'll link to it. We saw a pattern, a shawl. It's round.
She's done 2 of them. One is the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
And one is the southern hemisphere. And it's the stars. It's the constellations.
With beads. So
basically when you open it up, each bead would be where a star would be located.
I can't even imagine how much... That would be so difficult, but the work that goes into that. So there was one done in a dark, like a tonal. It was Cascade Heritage Prints, maybe.
I think so, but
blues,
it was all
dark blues. So it looked like the night sky, and then these gold beads for stars. Wow, it was beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah. So that we made her get it down, and we had to look at it and ooh and ah over it.
But they were that. I couldn't get over that shop. Like, it was
there was
really,
so much in there. So much
and
variety.
there was such a really positive vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, did you buy anything there? You did.
I did. I bought this.
Oh, yeah.
I bought this.
Okay, you talk. I'll hold.
I'm not much of lace weight, but I
This is
really
Cascade.
saw this, and it was so... No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, look at that. It
I
is.
just do not.
So anyways, I bought this because I really, really loved it. And I figure I
Gray.
could do like a really nice loose knit shawl type of thing
Like a
to kind
scarf
of wrap around.
just for summer?
Yeah. For either summer nights or whatnot. And it's really super soft.
785 yards, 717 meters.
Yeah. So
51 silk, 49 merino wool.
yeah.
At
So
a
I just-
really good price point.
I think it was just the color
Silk
and the
wool.
feel of it. That was
It's
just,
nice.
it really kind of
Yeah.
called my name. Lisa.
Is that the only thing you got there?
No, I bought that other one that was black and
Oh,
cream. That was kind of black, cream, and gray. Surprise. So anyways,
Where did it go? There we go.
this one. It kind of looks,
Another Cascade. 220
Yeah.
Superwash Effects.
but it's really, really kind of neat. They show you it on the picture of how it's supposed to look when it's knit.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
I think it's, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it's kind of, it was definitely me. So I figure,
Yep,
what do I
that's
need
you.
more than anything in life is another hat.
So a speckle, no striping, just a nice random.
No, it's just a random, it reminds me of a really nice heather. I'd like to see how it knits up, and I wouldn't mind doing a sweater if it knits up
If you
really
like
nice.
it.
Yeah.
100% superwash wool.
Yep.
220 yards.
Yep.
What is this? Sport weight?
I think it's actually a worsted.
Really?
Yeah.
20 to 22?
Yeah,
That's
it's
not-
on a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
a worsted.
Nice. So that's
yeah,
yours.
That's, yeah, so of course it is. It's easy to decide what's mine here. It's not blue. It's gray.
I found Alegria. The tag, it wasn't tagged. I didn't care. But this is Alegria, Manastil, Uruguay. So I don't know the colorway off the top of my head, but look, there's my
know what?
turquoise aqua blue color with some creamy gray and cream.
I have a hat made out of that colorway.
Get out.
I do. I bought it at they started having his handmaids, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, they did have this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, look, when you open this up,
Oh, that's
look at
pretty.
how much color's in there.
They hid that one.
Wow. I'm going to love this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It'd be a pretty one skein shawl.
It's you know what? It's really nice when it's lit up because there's no pattern to it, so you don't get a lot of pooling. It's beautiful.
Love it. Okay, so I found that at All Strung Out in Guelph.
So then we ventured out from Guelph and we decided to go to Waterloo to Shall We Knit.
Yeah, it wasn't much for, like, they're close. They're like sisters.
It's a quick hop.
There's an invisible
skip, and a
line
jump.
between them. Yeah.
That was, and it's in a,
Shall We
it's in a
Knit
cute
is
little,
a-
it's like an old house. And she always carries really interesting things. Some of the books that she had up front
She has a great library.
are not available elsewhere. She had a lot
Pattern,
of
huge pattern library.
But
Binders
she had-
of patterns.
Yeah, but she had the Kate Davies books there.
Yeah.
She had the,
Kate Atherley, because I was looking
the
at them.
making. She
Yeah.
had the main.
Oh, all the magazines.
She had all the independent magazines, which is really nice to
And
see.
back issues. So if
And
you
back
don't
issues, yes.
have, if
She had
you
she had Pom Pom One.
she has a lot.
Yeah, she had.
There was one I had. What was the one I was looking at? It was like making, but it was something else.
Oh.
Can't remember the name of it.
No, I can't.
But similar to making, where it's all different, crafts
yeah.
and skills. So that was a really neat. Yeah, lots of books. And again, samples.
She did. She had a lot of samples, a lot of shawls.
There's a batat. There's a shawl. It was in the landing on the stairway, the red one.
Yeah,
and it's got kind of some ribs, like lines, ridges, I guess, going across it. It's kind of a offset shawl, kind of swoops down from the shoulder. I saw it at a show 2 years ago. The first show I went to, which was the Kitchener. First Woodstock show.
It would have been Woodstock.
It was their booth. Yeah, they had it there.
I think it was.
And it's been in
there.
my favorites library since then. So I love, and every time I go there and see it, I'm like, yeah, I'm still going to make that. I don't know when or out of what, but I want to make it. So that, again, just having that many samples available in the store really helps. A lot of neat yarns. I did buy some stuff there.
Hers was divided a bit differently than some stores. It was kind of neat with the different rooms.
Yeah.
I like that. It was kind of nice.
The Mitten does that a bit too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the benefits of having an old house type of store.
I know what. Okay. What did you get anything there? Do you want to talk about it?
I did.
You talk about that while I fish my
I
stuff.
got something gray.
Shock of all shocks.
I bought this. I was just, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it just, I don't know why. I just really liked it, and it feels so soft, and it's so
It's a really nice lace weight yarn.
But it's lace weight. I figure I might have to venture out into lace weight someday. So
yeah. Filatura de Crossa.
That's a pretty
Centolavaggi. Centolavaggi. 100% extra fine wool, merino superwash.
Yep.
Lace weight, 100 grams. A whopping 1,400 meters.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. You could do a really great wrap out of this.
I can't complain. It was really, really well priced. It was one of those things where I don't mind venturing into it if it's not going to cost me a fortune, and I hate it.
This is the best bang for your buck in lace weight that I've seen so far.
So I can try it.
And I have the exact same in my stash. I haven't done it. I bought it probably 2 years ago. So when she picked it up, I said, I have that. We'll have to. Well, we won't make something matching, but that was my plan too. Was to do something big and loose.
Just big and loose,
summery,
kind of airy,
something lightweight.
Yeah. So,
okay. I picked up. I was looking for something. If I wanted a solid to go with my yarns from Old Oak Yarns, I found.
Actually, that was really nice. Those
Sweet
I like
Georgia
those too.
In Bison, which picks up on the taupey browns in here. So that's a really nice combo if I want to put a solid with it.
Tumbled stone.
This one is tumbled stone. But this one, this would go too.
Yeah.
Yep. And this would also, I know, this goes with another yarn that I got, which I'll show later from, that I ordered that came in. So I wanted a solid for that. So I picked up those at Shall We Knit?
Yep.
That's not the only thing. I also grabbed these. It's a big bulky.
Is this one
Estelle? It's the same. Yeah, I had 2 of them. So I made a big chunky wrap called Twindom this spring, and I love it.
It's so nice.
I love it.
In the winter.
I wore it a lot. Yeah, after I made it. Again, saw it made up in Needle Emporium. Had no plans to buy that yarn or make that pattern.
You know what? That is one of the big things.
I
can never have enough samples because some things I wouldn't even.
No, I had no intention of ever making a chunky wrap. I thought it would be way too warm.
We can go back to that shawl because I never would have I would have looked at the picture and went, meh. But now when I saw it done up, I'm like, I might have to graduate to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful.
So I got 2 of these, and I don't know if I'll make another Twindom, but I'll do something like it. And I just love it. Look at the colors. It's just really multicolored and pretty.
It's cute, yeah.
I don't know. It reminds me of something. I don't know what, but cute. I'm just gonna. There. Okay. Fix the screen.
What else did you get?
Got those. That's all I got at Shall We Knit.
Okay.
Oh, and we also saw at Shall We Knit.
Oh yeah, they're really pretty.
She has bags. She carries Zigzag Stitches. Project bags, which we talked about and showed some in our last podcast. Zigzag Stitches has made an anniversary edition for Shall We Knit.
Zigzag Stitches actually can design her own
fabric.
I have a square box that actually looks like a telephone booth, and I love it. Love it. I don't have it with me. I didn't know we were going to talk about it.
But it's the oblong rectangle box shape.
And it looks like a telephone booth, and it's just basically her husband and her design it so that so they can get the cat fabric printed, and it gets cut out. So what she's done this time around is she has taken the Shall We Knit's logo and has added it
with the print.
And it's it's very Art Deco. It's really neat. It was with arches and stuff, and they're
really
printed
well
at the
done.
bottom. And it wasn't. I didn't find it was in your face.
No,
it was kind of subtle, and you didn't quite.
And
then when you saw it, it was like a aha moment. But yeah, it was
So they had one print in the shop.
They had the black in the shop, but now it comes in gray.
And she got them in just after.
I know.
Just after we were there. So the cat's out of the bag on that. They have shown the pictures on Instagram, but those are really neat. And yeah, just something special that Zigzag Stitches did for Shall We Knit.
They collaborated. It was good.
And that's all we had time for. I think we got home about 8:30, 9 o'clock that night. It was a long day, but it was a fun day.
It was so good.
We had a good time. Road trips rock. So the other thing that has happened recently is Knit in Public Day. I had 6 hours watching baseball in 30-degree heat, And I did knit. So I did knit in public at baseball. I was knitting my socks for the knit along until my hands started getting a little too hot and it was really sticking. And yeah, so I put it away. But I did knit for a bit.
I can't claim to do that.
No.
I didn't do that. I had to volunteer at Kids Fest for my daughter and I both take Taekwondo, so we had to go and volunteer there. It was hot.
We were under
crazy hot.
We were under a beach umbrella. Yeah. Thankfully. Yeah.
No, we had tents and stuff, but we had to.
So after I stopped by our local yarn shop, Heaven is Handmade, because they were having a knit in public event. And there were still, that was like probably after 3 o'clock when I got there. You said it was pretty busy. There were still quite a few people there. I don't know how many were there during the day, but there were still, I was glad that people were still around by the time I got there. And so I sat and knit for a while, and Sonia from Totally Inked Yarn was there.
You have to put that picture in.
Yeah,
I'll take a picture.
I took a selfie with us, which I'll try and insert into the video. So I was asking her about gum on my shoes.
Oh, the one we talked about last time that you named?
Yeah,
that was good.
I suggested the name for that one. It's sold out in her Etsy shop, and it was really cute. It's gray, like a nice medium gray with like bubblegum pink speckles, and really cute. Like so that's all sold, because I was thinking I should probably get some. I think she's going to do more. She does do a lot more now to order. So if you see something in her Etsy shop or on her Facebook page, if you look at her... What?
So you could order something, like if I wanted a specific...
If you want something, because she doesn't carry a lot of extra base.
She works full-time too, doesn't she?
Yeah. So she's
a full-time job.
So she will order periodically, and then, but if you go through her Facebook page and look at photos that she's posted of colorways she's done, so if there's something that you see that you like, you can ask her if she's going to be dyeing that soon, or if she will dye it for you.
Do you know if you, like, say, for example, I would love to get a light gray base with speckles all over. You think she'd do something like that?
Yeah. And she did toppings for me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I asked for a white base with multicolored speckles, and she made that for me. And our friend Lynn just recently asked her to do a dye job with greens and browns and yellows, and
nice.
Yeah, she did that one custom for Lynn, and it was exactly what Lynn wanted. It was she's really happy with it.
Okay.
So she will also do that if there's something you have in mind.
I have to make a phone call.
Just talk to her. Yeah, reach out. So that was great seeing her, and I was going by her place, so I gave her a ride home afterwards too. And they had some little contests. They had yarn, and we had to guess the fiber.
Okay.
One might have been alpaca because it's nice and soft. I don't know if I am even close on the other ones. I haven't heard that I won anything, so yeah, probably wasn't me. But they did have some little prizes, and they have shade in front of the store, which was really nice. So it wasn't in the blistering hot. It was pretty windy though. Nice.
Yeah, it's always windy
downtown.
There.
Yeah, it was windy. So my sock yarn was like 6 feet away and tangled up in circles. So I knit for a little bit, and that was fun. And so those were our recent events. And recently we have been finishing things. So
I know, I finished my sweater.
You talk about...
I finished my gray sweater. I'm really, really super excited. I started this, I love this fabric, or like the yarn.
You can't see it down there.
Silk merino.
Nice.
And it's super soft and it drapes really nice. And I started this sweater and ripped it out probably 6 times.
Got a little ribbing along the bottom. But do you see how
beautiful it is, even though it's been ripped out 6 times? I started a different pattern that I think it required more stitch definition than this yarn will give you. So I went to James with Amy Miller, not with her, but by her, and it turned out amazing. I love it. It was a super easy knit. Instructions were phenomenal. She does really good patterns. It's not the first one I've done of hers. So yeah, and it's super soft.
The yarn is Roslyn.
It's Roslyn by Cascade.
Do you have what's in it?
Silk and merino.
Silk and merino.
And it's fabulous. It comes in
beautiful drape.
And we Heaven is Handmade is where I purchased the yarn. However, when we were about exploring the world, we found out that it comes in a beautiful, rich, dark teal.
Yeah, that was nice.
Which I might shock Dawn and go buy and make another sweater.
It's not
gray. And then it also came in a really dark gray.
Yeah.
So it's really...
It sounds like you're going to be buying this again.
I might be.
The yarn.
I might be buying it again.
It's beautiful.
And it feels so nice on.
Yeah.
It's a little warm here to wear it. I was wearing it around the house after I tried it on.
A little too much today.
And it's so super
We're not
soft.
wearing any wool today.
I like the other one your cat ran away with.
What? The hat?
The hat.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And because last time I made the Hudson Bay hat with the sugar maple, and I had tons left over. Tons. So I went and I did it with a navy background. Yay!
So last time it was cream main color.
Cream was the main color, navy was down
navy
here.
was a stripe.
So that was more the standard.
So you've switched it?
Yeah, well, somebody told me they have a blanket now that's navy background in this exact print. And then I found out that they actually have, they're changing it to have gray in it too. So I'm going to have to do a gray one. It's me. I have to do gray.
So this is a good way to use up the rest of your balls too.
Yeah, and I think
for the stripes.
I
really
think
cute.
someone that we know is going to have a new addition to their family. I'm not saying in case that anybody's watching.
Mm-hmm.
But they're actually going to take the extra I have left over
and make a little baby one.
Yeah, make like a baby sweater with it. So
that's so cute.
You know what? It's part of the thing is the balls have such good yardage that I'm making everybody
Cascade
DK. Do you think I like Cascade?
Was it Superwash Sport?
No, it's Superwash DK.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't Cascade. It was that other stuff.
No, it
was Cascade. Okay.
No, I'm pretty because I use that a lot for my daughter.
Okay.
Because it's Superwash and
nice.
Everything I knit my daughter had to be Superwash because I don't like acrylic. Not judging, I just don't.
You prefer?
You know what? It's environmental reasons or whatever the reasons are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I've managed to accomplish.
That's all for you for finished objects? Yeah. I have a few.
I'm going to have to get to work a little bit harder.
I showed Shauna's sock last time. Shauna's is our friend who asked me to make her some socks. She modeled another pair.
Didn't she call them sexy socks?
Sexy flash dance socks. She did a little dance. And she put them on so I could take pictures and then asked me to throw a bucket of water on her, which, no. So she loves them. And I took them back promptly to show them.
You.
So this is, again, the Allegria I mentioned last time.
That's really pretty.
Colors are not... if you get it back here, I'm just going to block your face. It is the richest...
Maybe it's my sparkling
teal, purple, blue, with little flashes of purple that don't pick up on the camera. But it's called Peacock, which was an anniversary color.
That's right, it was
for their distributor, maybe. Totally. So, anyways, really cute. Pattern is just my own. I just used a stitch that I liked from another pattern. It's just a little twisted, like almost like a mop cable. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, super cute. She loves them. I also did a surprise gift for the same friend. She's moving. She actually is the friend that introduced us.
Yes, so we non-knitting friend.
Right. We are friends because of her. And she's a very dear friend, and she's moving far away.
Definitely.
So I made her a going away present. And, okay, the color is not picking up here. Hopefully it will on the pictures I took. So this is the Mini Madness shawl, which starts at the other end. I think. Yeah.
It starts really small. And then it goes.
And it's an asymmetrical triangle. I blocked it, to open it up, so it's a good size. Let's see the point there. And this is totally inked yarns.
Tell them the name and
the colorway, Canatera Beach, which is a beach here in Sarnia. And the colors are just beautiful. Like this is the color of the lake. You can kind of see how turquoisey the blues are here, and if you can get it, I can't get it in the sunlight here. Anyways, I have pictures, and it's beautiful. So at first I started knitting and thought, I don't know about these colors for a shawl, but once I got going,
but you know what?
gorgeous.
I like the little tips of the white because it's like the white caps on the waves, right?
Yeah.
Like it just, she did a really good job.
Beautiful.
The sand colors, the forest along the edge.
A lot of people have since ordered this colorway. I bought 2 skeins and I used almost all 2. I have a little bit left. So I think I did what the pattern called for. This Mini Madness is a paid for pattern. I might have picked it up free or cheap on an introductory offer, but it is a paid for pattern by Angie Kimmel, so it's on Ravelry. And I think the intent was to use mini skeins or just whatever you wanted, but I just loved the eyelet garter repeats and the asymmetry of it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so it works.
Really
it works for anything. It doesn't have to be a bunch of mini skeins. It doesn't have to be different colors. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. So you at first thought you weren't sure about something with lace in it with all the colors.
You asked me how I would feel if it was lace.
Yeah.
With those colors, and I was really concerned because I thought it might be like a lace pattern where it's repeated, but I really like the eyelets with it. Yeah. It's really pretty.
And because they're big eyelets, I figured it would work.
Yeah.
And I think it does.
Yeah, because I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
what's
And
it supposed to...
when you catch this in the sunlight, these blues, they just light up.
Blues, yeah.
They're gorgeous. So
Especially
that's
the
done.
contrast to the
I gave it to her yesterday. She loved it, and I took it away to show on her podcast. I'll put it away. I also did, finally, okay, I looked at my project on Ravelry. I started this in January. It is for I have a grandniece in Manitoba. So it's for my grandniece. And this is a hat, which I just did to match the sweater. The sweater.
Here, let me hold it for you.
Okay. It's so cute. Pick it up a bit more. So the sweater is the Monet jacket. And I'll link to it because it actually has, I think it's German in the title. So it just has little garter ribs along the bottom, a little eyelet edging, which is super cute. And I alternated the colors up here around the top of the body. 3 little buttons at the top. It would be super easy, except that it kind of hibernated for a while I was doing other things. So it's not, obviously it's a baby sweater. It didn't take long.
It's not that exciting.
It's not difficult. It would not take you 6 months. It just took me that long. So hopefully she hasn't graduated from high school by the time it gets to her. The yarn is Bamboo Pop. I actually have one of these left over, which I'm going to take back. So Bamboo Pop from Universal Yarn. This is the variegated, and then there was a solid purple that I used. Yeah.
I like it.
50% cotton, 50% bamboo. 266 meters or 292 yards in one ball. Yeah,
that's good.
Crazy. So good yardage.
It's super soft.
It is so
Nice
soft.
against the little one's skin.
It is so soft. And with that bamboo in there, it was not stiff to knit like cotton can be. It was really nice to knit with.
It's got a nice drape when it's done.
Yeah, and I blocked it. Not aggressively, but I did wash it and block it just to even it out. It's gorgeous. And this comes in so many beautiful colors. So I picked it up. They've got some bright colors. There's a really nice.
I like the blue and orange.
Yeah, turquoise and orange. Not together, but you could put them together. It would look great. So this I got at Heaven is Handmade. They've got a lot of it in stock, and it's really nice yarn. There's no more of the variegated left, but I'm going to return this one because I didn't use it. For me,
nice for like a nice
little t-shirty top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
it. We don't have
yoga socks, shawl, baby sweater. Okay, and then the other thing I did.
Oh yeah.
I have my sewing machine out.
It's like a Jill of all trades.
I know what I did the 4-H when I was a kid. Learned to sew, and then in junior high, back in the day, where girls had to take home ec for shop and one other, and boys could do whatever they want. So I took home ec, we had to take sewing and cooking. There were 2 separate programs. The boys didn't have to take the sewing, but I had taken 4-H, so I already
a couple of boys that really should learn how to.
So I learned how to sew a long time ago, and it's off and on. Like I'll dig the sewing machine out, do some sewing, put it away for a couple of years. So I
blow the dust off.
Yeah, literally, it's never been serviced. It's probably going to grind to a halt. So I had to do some sewing for my son's. They're doing a play at school, and the teacher asked me if I could help with some costumes. So I just had a little bit of sewing to do for that. So while I had it out, I thought I'm going to try a project bag. And I had some scrap yarn for something else I did for someone last year. So it's very tall because I had that much fabric, and I thought I'm just going to use it and make it as big as I can with the pieces I had left. So I did a little project bag. I did the box corner bottom.
I'm pretty proud of you. You did a good job.
Not bad. Hey,
good job.
I found some really good videos on YouTube.
I would like to see something though.
Well, just wait. I have to show you this really cool feature.
Oh.
I mean, what's
That's so cool.
Cute, eh? And I put a handle.
Look at you.
Because you said you thought you'd like a handle.
So impressed me.
I
am
awesome?
so impressed.
Yours is kind of small because I didn't have much fabric left.
That's okay. That's okay. It's awesome. Oh,
and I didn't have the hot pink. See, hot pink on the inside. So
purple on the inside.
It's very colorful for you.
I love it. Dawn, thank you so much.
In this one, I did it's hard to see. I did do a pocket.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at it. It's cute. It's way down there.
With the dots.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Bless you. Sneeze break. And, but I didn't do a handle. And then when I realized I had enough to make another bag, I thought.
That is so cute. Yeah. I love the handle.
I texted Lisa at like 10 o'clock at night with a picture of the first one. And I just said, do you think it would be good with a handle or no? And she said, yeah, but made out of the fabric. So, okay.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I like stitched and stitched and stitched. So I hope this doesn't pull out. Just don't be like swinging it around when it's full.
That's what I do.
Right. So there's a little
That's
like
nice.
sock
Thank you
sock
so
project
much.
bag. Isn't that
I
cute?
know, the
Yeah.
hat project bag.
So this is just a
me.
little.
Oh, you know what? I don't have one for my socks for the knit along.
There you go.
Because they've been riding in my purse for days now.
I might do that. So I tried a project bag, and
That is so awesome.
I have more fabric that I bought. I renewed my Fabricland membership because I haven't had one for a few years.
I want to go to that other place. We're going to do a
in
road
Wyoming.
trip.
Stitchery.
Another road trip.
Oh, because that story. So what happened was I was happened to be in Wyoming, which is like 20 minutes from Sarnia, about a month ago.
And it's tiny. Like Wyoming's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was driving through it on my way back from Petrolia. So there's a little yarn shop, or no, fabric shop, and I thought I'm going to stop in and just see what they have. And they have some really cute fabrics. They do classes there, and I bought a little bit there and some interfacing because I was going to try a project bag. So then when I decided to work on these last week, I was looking for the interfacing and I couldn't find it anywhere. It wasn't in the bag with the fabric. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I had checked my receipt. Yeah, I paid for some interfacing. It wasn't a lot. So I phoned the store and told her, okay, I was there a month ago and I'm just looking at my fabric now to work. And that's so cute. And did I happen to leave it there, like some cuts of interfacing? And she said, no, there was nothing we found. And she said, what did you have? And I told her, well, a meter of this and a half meter of whatever. And she said, okay, well, we'll have it ready for you here at the store. Just come pick it up. Like they're going to replace it, right? It's my fault. I can't find it. It wasn't left there and they were going to replace it. So I was like, thank you so much. That's awesome. This just happened last week, so I have to go there. And then on the weekend when I was sewing, I found it. So I haven't called them yet, but I'm going to buy it anyways because I'm going to need more. But I did find it. It was under my sewing accessories box. So yeah, I had taken it out of the bag and put it there.
Put it there in a safe place.
Yeah, time goes by and life gets busy and I just totally forgot. So we have to do a road trip to
I want to do that. That would be really fun.
Okay, let's do
I'll
that.
bring my pattern.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
And we'll go check out the fabric they have. And
honey, if you're watching, it's okay.
It's fabric. Yeah. Fabric could be more damaging than yarn.
Yeah.
So, and then I did buy some at Fabricland because they had a sale. Mm-hmm. So I've got some fabric and a few zippers and I'll probably make a few bags. So for our...
Hold on.
What?
You forgot to show them those.
Oh, also finished objects. Yeah, I was just going to say quickly, I'm going to do a project bag. There will be a project bag for our sock giveaway. Now that I've done it and didn't screw it up royally and did a decent job and know I can do it, this is my test fabric, which is all gone. Sorry. But I have some other fabric that I bought and there will be a project bag to give away for sure at the end of our sock knit along. And yeah, and probably a few more for other.
Don't forget to post your pictures.
Yeah. We'll talk about the knit along at the end. Okay. But yeah. One other finished object just quickly. I had some crochet cotton that I found in just really bright fiesta kind of colors. Oranges, turquoise, and this kind of rusty red. So these are like dishcloths, but I don't know if I'd want to wash anything with it. You could use it for a little hot pad, like a trivet, right? And I've done two. I still have some left. So I did some different colors. Aren't they cute? Yeah, it's almost a terracotta color, right?
It's like a
this lighter one is, yeah. So I just did those yesterday. Just whip those up. Okay, but nightmare. Okay, when you sewing in ends or like weaving in ends, right? Because I change colors so much.
Oh yeah.
So funny thing was last night, Mean Girls just did a new podcast and I was watching and they were talking about how much they hate weaving in ends. And so I left them a comment. I'm actually weaving in ends as I'm sitting here watching your podcast, talking about weaving in ends. So that's a good thing to do when you're watching podcasts, weave in your ends. That's it for finished projects. I'm done.
Yeah.
So what have you started?
You know what? I just finished my sweater. I'm trying to decide what to do with my cones, and I'll probably start that. I also have, I haven't started, it's all wound, but I have yarn I bought from Pearl Soho. Do you remember the flecked? So I'd like to start that, figure out what I want to do with that.
You started your Christmas balls?
I started my Christmas ornaments. My husband says not to call them my balls.
Someone told me they kind of said our podcast reminded them of the Delicious Dish Girls on Saturday Night Live. Did you ever see the skit they did with Alec Baldwin? No,
I'll have to look it up.
One of the Baldwins, the funny one, with hit the salty chocolate balls.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Who said that?
Christmas balls. It was on SNL. We'll play it later. We'll link to it because it's really funny.
I started these. I want to do some of these. And there's other Christmas decorations.
Yeah, you started socks.
And I started socks.
Socks for we're actually having a sock knit along, so I told her she has to make some socks.
And you know what?
You can't win the prize though, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I promised my dad socks. Don't look, Dad. Look away.
Don't look down. Did your dad watch?
He did. Yeah, Aww. He did. And then he told me he couldn't hear me and stopped mumbling. So I knit them 2 at a time, circulars.
That's what I'm doing.
These are for my dad. And it's really wild, like this.
That's a nice yarn.
We thought we'd get Dad something a little wild. He's little... When it comes to socks, he'll wear any color.
There's like almost a chartreusey green in there. It doesn't pick up on the camera.
No, it's not. It's like an acid yellow. Like it's really weird color. But
we'll hold it up.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So that's that. And me, I don't do my socks to match. I do them to coordinate the socks. Yeah.
I do.
I know it's...
Mine matchy.
They have to.
I'm doing them 2 at a time, 2 noodles too.
I really like that. That kind of so this is my... a little bit better than you thought.
It's the Jon Snow colorway from Whimsical Wood. Mm-hmm. And I'm just doing a basic rib sock for my husband. So when you stretch it out, if I buy striping yarn that is supposed to stripe and I know it's going to stripe, cool. I thought this would be a lot more
to match. The socks have to
they
match.
Would have to match. They would. But this, and I would make them match. This is just the way the color, like it's hand dye, and that's what happens. And I don't mind it, and it's not for me, it's for my husband. So it's just the way it's patterning with the number of stitches. I actually had more stitches on it first, and I was getting blocky pooling, and I decided I had too many stitches anyways, so I started over with fewer stitches, and it's just
I like
distributing.
That pooling, it's not bad.
I thought it would just be more random, and look more tonal. Yeah. So that's fine. But that's just how it is with the pattern I'm doing. So it's really nice yarn, and that's for our knit along. And also, there's a whole bunch of other sock knit alongs from other podcasters to join, right? So this month, Grocery Girls are doing a sock. They do a monthly sock knit along.
They've been doing that for a while, eh?
Yeah, but they have a sub theme every month, and this month is about men. So Jon Snow, and I'm making it for my husband. So if you do something related to the sub theme, you get 2 entries. So if I finish them before the end of June, don't know if I will, then I can enter them there. But yeah, so if you've got socks going on, it doesn't matter what other podcast or knit along you're entering them in. If you start after June 1 and finish by end of July, put them in our comment thread, and then when they're done, put them in our FO thread, and there'll be a project bag given away.
You mean our threads on Ravelry?
In Ravelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Codependent Knitters group on Ravelry.
Yeah.
That's us.
That's on my needles. I have a lot of hibernating projects, but I just don't need to work on them right now. So I don't know what I'm starting next.
I love it when you say that. I don't need to work on them right now.
There's one that's really old, but they'll get done eventually. But there's too many other things I want to knit. So I was thinking about year-end teacher gifts. And for my son's teacher, I knit her a cowl at a big double.
It's amazing how excited
big chunky one.
You give them something like that.
She said she liked it. She sent me a thank you note. I don't know. I'm not there to see if she wears it. I don't care. It was fun.
On that story though, like teachers, I had my daughter's kindergarten teacher. She was wearing a beautiful dress and she had little peekaboo sandals, high heel peekaboo sandals, and she was leaving the school. So I wanted to knit her something really special, and she actually went up to the Yukon camping. Mm-hmm. So I came in and I knit her a pair of mittens. Camera. Sorry. I knit her a pair of mittens.
Nice.
Not mittens, sorry. You got me all confused. Socks. I knit her socks. So I go to pick my daughter up because I gave her to her in the morning. And here's this woman in a beautiful summer dress with peekaboo high heels with wool socks on. Because she was so excited that I gave her these socks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about a year-end teacher gift. I have one more awesome flash dance type yoga sock, Pilates sock For our friend Shauna, it's a non-slip sock, so her she tends to be a little clumsy, so she can't wipe out as much with them.
Did you seriously put things on the bottom?
No.
Are you going to?
She's got bare heels and toes. She should be able to stand up. If it was a total sock, we'd have to do that. She'd wipe out. So I have one done. So I thought, okay, I can whip up another one. And this is in Madeline Tosh Optic.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's just cream with little black flecks. And there's actually the occasional little tiny fleck of something else. Like
there's orange.
Yeah, there's a little blue here.
That's weird, eh? That's nice.
Yeah, just a few. Like, and they just, you're knitting along and then boom, there's a color.
There's the orange.
There's a little orange.
Yeah.
Right there. So I can finish one of these before school's out, which means I don't think I'll finish the Jon Snow socks, but we'll see.
You can do
it. These are teacher gift if I get it done. If I get it done. I don't think she watches. I don't think she knits or anything, so she won't know.
We're pretty safe.
We're pretty safe.
What else?
That's on my needles. Oh, and I have these have been on my needles for a while.
Oh, what?
Where are they?
It's awful. I see her so often, but yet I don't always know what's on her needles. It's always a surprise.
Because I have so many hibernating projects
that don't need to be done right now.
I'm calling them the Minecraft socks for my son because they're creeper colors, or the creeper socks. So they're almost done. I just have to check if they're...
Does he like them short on his leg like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
he doesn't actually. He doesn't like ankle socks.
Okay, so.
But I didn't want a really long cuff because I hate knitting ribbing. So.
Okay.
But
you have to do ribbing with his because he's got such skinny feet.
Yeah. Not showing up here, but this is true creeper bright green and black. So I think they're just about long enough to do the toe, like the decreases now. Okay. Yeah. So I hope to get them done. So again, 2 at a time, 2 needle. So that
I know.
Then
do you remember the same first time you tried that?
You taught me that.
Well, yeah, the first time I did it, I did one pair of socks. I thought, this is insane. There's no way. But I always tell people, before you decide to write something off, try it another time.
If you start...
So once you get going on it, and because usually you take it out and it looks like a crazy rat's nest. But yeah, so once you...
You need your yarn in 2 balls.
Yeah.
Don't think you're going to pull from the inside and the outside. No. You're going to have a tangled mess. So wind it off into 2 balls. And just don't do it on a windy day outside. Because, oh my gosh, I'd have to twist and untangle.
And try more than 1 pair before you say you're never doing it again.
And if you get going and you're like, I'm not caring for it, just take them off and put them on double points or put them on a magic loop or whatever you prefer.
Because the first time I did it, I thought I hated it. I hated it. Did not like it at all.
I don't mind it.
And then after like the second pair, I finally, it kind of clicked. Something clicked and it made more sense to me.
I like that they'll be done at the same time.
You like that they're the exact same.
And they're the exact same length. Because I would count rows. If I do one sock separately, even on a plain vanilla sock, I did it with my rollers. I counted rows and I did the decreases at the same spot. Did it. Yeah, so I don't have to count rows if I do them together like that.
I'm a little bit more willy-nilly. I'll fudge it along my way if I have to.
If it was for someone else, it probably wouldn't matter. But I think I said before, if it's for me and I can feel that one sock is longer, like looser, it'll drive me crazy. So I'm a little particular about things matching and being exactly right, exactly the same. So yeah, that's
attention to detail.
Yes,
that's how you say it positively.
I have worked in the past where my job titles had the word analyst in my title. Yes. I put the anal in analyst.
That's good.
So that's finished objects.
That's
casting. Oh, that was casting on.
Yeah.
And we're getting close to being done. Oh, so stash building. We talked about our new stash throughout when we talked about our road trip. There's just a few more that I have. So right after our last episode.
You know what? That was the other yarn that you were trying to match.
I can show it. So right after our last episode, a parcel came in the mail that I was waiting for from a Whimsical Wood.
What is that called?
Bad Sheep, Good Wool. So Whimsical Wood Yarn Company. She's in the States. She has an Etsy shop. We'll just go up close like this. She has amazing colors and like the just funniest and most clever names.
She's good with that.
So this is called Bad Sheep, Good Wool. It's very bright and colorful, but I just thought it looked so cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but she had a sale.
I was going to say, what are you going to do
I
with
don't
it?
know. She had a sale, so I picked it up. It'd be a cute sockhead hat.
Yeah.
Right?
Would be cute
or socks. Oh, this isn't.
See, those are for Jax.
It has 75, 25. I could do socks. Yeah. Or little shorty socks for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I ordered a few. So that, and I ordered the Jon Snow, which is the one that I just showed, the dark blues and grays.
I like this one.
Me too. This is called Bear. Can I say it? Are you gonna like make me honk it out? This is called Bare Ass. She has a whole colorway line with ass in the name. So there's like, oh, because this is the other one. This is Bare Ass. Okay. And I love it. It's got some pretty rosy pink and just a hint of brown, taupey brown in it.
That would look really nice with that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this is what I picked up this Sweet Georgia for, because I think it just same color. See? So if I wanted to do something like a Pure Joy or whatever, I could put those together. That one's gone. And then the other one I ordered happens to be Broke Ass from the same line. And because of the navy, she's got a perfect navy in here. You can't, it looks lighter on the camera,
That's
but
really
it's
nice. It's
really
got a
nice.
little black in
There's
there
a
too.
tiny bit of black. You can just see it pick up there. And grays, and even a little tiny bit of brownish in here.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
So
that's
I just
gorgeous.
thought those were awesome. She has, I'll link to her in our show notes on Ravelry, in our, which I think I did last time. I might have mentioned her because I'd ordered it.
Yeah.
She has a separate website with her sweary names, like curse word names.
Oh, that's
Like,
right.
the website itself has is a curse word name. So she has some really funny colorway names on that site. And I don't know, you can just message her if you want to get the website name.
She probably has a link on her other website, doesn't she?
It's hard to find. I was trying to find it.
Is it? Okay.
If you search for her, if you search Whimsical Wood curse word website, like you'll under Google, you'll find it. Then you'll find the link. But yeah.
She's also on Facebook.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow her on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
And
post
she's
Facebook on
she's got a shop page on Ravelry.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can Facebook her and you can Instagram her. I think everyone that we mentioned or followed pretty much is on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not on Instagram, do it. There's lots of like giveaways, like just Instagram only. So it's cool.
I like Instagram because it's instant.
Yeah.
You can see
just
everything and you can follow links through.
And
if
it's
you want
just
to see something.
It's always photos, which is nice, and you can choose who you follow, and it's fun to just flip through that really quick.
I follow the Codependent Knitters.
Me too.
Keeps coming up in my feed.
How about that?
I can see what Dawn's
They
doing.
haven't posted much lately because all the pictures they've taken, I think.
I posted last night.
Yeah, you did.
About my knitting in my purse.
Mm-hmm. We were waiting we took some selfies on our road trip, and we were waiting to put them on the podcast. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have more. Okay. Do you want to talk knit-alongs?
So we're doing the...
Oh wait, first, can I just mention this?
Go crazy.
Because it's really cute. So I ordered this mini, like a pocket scale. So I saw this on Grocery Girls. Tracy.
That is so cute.
It's a little spy size.
Drug dealer size.
Yes. Yarn dealer. My yarn addiction. So it's a little mini scale to keep in your project bag or whatever. So if you're doing a project, like there are shawls
like
where
if you have to divide the two balls.
Or if you have to divide the two balls, or you're knitting one and you only have one ball and you're knitting a sock, and you want to know how much is left, right? Do I have enough to make a second sock, or am I going crazy? Put it on your little mini scale. I tested it.
You know what? You needed that when we were at.
I know.
That's why you bought it, because when we were at Little Red Mitten, you and Dale were.
I had to take off my socks and to weigh them to see if I used more than half of the ball of yarn.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyways, I tested it last night. It's very accurate. I tested it against my bigger scale that I keep at home, and I tested a bunch of different little balls, and it was exact.
I want to see that.
I know. I ordered it on Amazon. It was about $8. It came from overseas.
That is so cool.
It took about a month, but it's actually 0.01 grams, so it's actually more accurate than my big kitchen scale. Not that you need to get that precise. I mean, you're really pushing your luck if you're knitting to that precision. But yeah, so it's handy just to have if you're working on a project. So I was working on a project
Oh, was that the mystery one?
No, I don't remember what it was recently. And we were away. We went away for the weekend, and I wanted to weigh to see how much I had left. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have a scale with me, so now I do. It showed up. It smells like mothballs.
It does.
Yeah, but who cares? $8 or ish on Amazon. Handy. So that's, yeah, I just thought that was really cute, and it just came in. And thank you, Tracy, on Grocery Girls for that idea, because yeah, I love it. Okay, so knit-alongs.
We're doing the sock knit-along.
We're doing the sock knit-along. It is on our Ravelry page.
It's on our Ravelry page, and that is ending in
end of July.
End of July.
We're giving you 2 months. So any sock that you start and finish between June 1 and July 31st.
Yeah, any pair of socks.
Any pair of socks, adult or kids. But if they're little, like baby, then we had said like, okay, like 3 pairs of baby socks or 3 baby booties if you do that. So that's why we called it knit-along or crochet-along.
Yes.
Because people do crochet socks, and people do, especially baby booties or baby socks, right? Mm-hmm, that's very common in crochet. So you're included too, crocheters, if you have anything like that. And if you do more than one, you get more than one entry. Show us what you're working on in the chat thread, and when you're done, post the picture on your finished object thread. I know some people, I think maybe not everyone, knows how to put the picture up. So if you put a picture in your project on your Ravelry page first, then if you're in a discussion thread, you can choose the picture from your recent project uploads, and you don't have to pay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't
post it first, because otherwise, if you just want to pick a picture off of your, say, your iPhone or your device, it tells you need an add-on app, which is like $5 US for a year. However, why do you have to pay to put a picture on? Yeah. It depends how much you post. So if you just stick it in your project first, upload it to your project, and then you can and actually it links to your project, which is really cool, because if someone wants to go see your project, your yarn, your pattern, they can link right back to it. So do that, because we want to see what everyone's working on. And again, we said you can like dip this in any other knit along that you want. We don't care. We don't care if you're a podcaster. If you knit it, you're good. Like, enter.
She's just not letting me win.
No, we won't. We obviously won't win. I made you a bag. You're golden.
I'm golden.
You've already won. You've won the lottery.
I've won.
So yeah, anyone can enter as long as it meets the criteria of our listed on the page.
So in celebration of Canada 150, do you want to do that one?
Yeah. We kind of said we were thinking of other knit along ideas on our last episode. And we talked about a Love Local. And so we're going to run that this summer, starting July 1.
Yep. Now, when we say local, we understand that some people don't live near a yarn store. Some people don't have local hand dyers. We're extremely lucky where we are. Mm-hmm. But by local, we mean any small business.
Right.
So if you had been traveling and you picked up a really nice skein that you totally loved, then by all means use that. What we're trying to support is the little person,
the makers,
the makers,
independent business owners.
Yeah, the people that are there for your community too.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways. So
anything that you bought from a local or small business owner or independent dyer or maker or whatever. So if you ordered from Etsy,
yes,
fine.
Etsy,
yeah.
Your local.
If you ordered online.
Store.
If you have a craft, some people have a local craft store that carries some yarn.
Yeah.
We don't care that it's what the yarn is. I don't care if it's like any kind of yarn, acrylic, whatever you want. But it'll be a make something starting July 1. And we'll go for sure till the end of August, maybe into September.
Now it's the same when you choose your pattern. Do you think they have to buy that?
No, let's just worry about the materials.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because patterns, some people, like you can get a pattern book from anywhere, right? Yeah. So as long as your yarn comes from something local.
Okay.
So by that, yeah, small business, local maker, small independent business or indie maker. So just not the big box chains that sell yarn.
Okay.
And I know some people don't have access to all these things. We won't have a knit along that meets everyone's needs. We have more than one knit along, and we will be starting another little knit along in the fall, probably a shawl.
Yeah.
So there'll be other knit alongs, and we're not the only group having knit-alongs. I mean, check out some of the other podcasters. We're going to tell you about a few of our favorites at the end of this episode.
Yep.
There are so many knit-along threads you can join, and you know, you can win prizes, and it's just fun to see what people are making.
On these podcasts, I didn't watch a lot of podcasts. I never really watched them.
I only started recently.
And I find that it's amazing, the community out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just phenomenal, the stuff you can learn, the stuff you can see. And yeah, so I've been...
Well, let's go into a podcast then, because we're done talking about...
Can I tell you about the East London...
Can I just want to quickly say that the Love Local Knit Along isn't up yet.
Yeah.
It's going to start July 1, so we'll put it on our Ravelry group closer to, or right on July 1. So just FYI, it's coming.
Just gives you something to think about, make some decisions.
Join our Ravelry group, check in, say hello, please. We love hearing comments from people, or seeing comments from people. Yeah. Okay, so you were going to talk about East London Knits?
So East London Knits, she has amazing information, but the thing that I find amazing, she has the most soothing voice you could imagine. She just came out with Zen Variations, which is a book that they spoke about on Grocery Girls, which is another podcast. And it's really amazing. The very classic knits with a little bit of a modern twist in it. And that seems to be her favorite. And she's really good. But
that's London, soothing. England.
Yes.
Not for us. London, Ontario is the London we talk about a lot. So London, England. So she has a podcast on YouTube. These are all YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, YouTube.
Like their video. What else? Hey, I'm Catherine always makes me laugh.
Hey, I'm Catherine. I'm waiting for another episode. She's had a couple, and I'm looking forward to her next one. She's good. So I'm mentioning her again, and I'm hoping she's due for another one. So I'm hoping we hear from her soon. Grocery Girls, Jody and Tracy, they just put out another episode of Off Our Needles, which is a Craftsy channel show that they have. So you can find it on their YouTube channel and also under Craftsy, but it's called Off Our Needles.
Perfect.
And details are on their episode and show notes and Ravelry group, but they are doing a knit along of a sweater over the summer via Craftsy, where there's a special offer where the yarn and the pattern are 50% off. So if you have
to watch the thing to get the code.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to watch.
So info's on their app. They're on the Craftsy Off Our Needles show. But that's a great...
I haven't seen that one. I think I might have to go check that one.
Yeah, it's good.
Is that okay?
Yeah. So they did a series of episodes a couple months ago, and there's just now the new ones are out. I think there's just one release so far. Okay. I hope that's not moving. So check that out, because sweaters can cost a lot of money, right? It's a lot of wool or yarn that you have to buy. So you can choose from different yarns, and it's a 50% off. That's huge. So if you want to do a sweater knit along over the summer, they'll be doing one.
You said that she's back.
Yeah. Okay. So last night I was talking about, sorry, I keep bumping that. Mean Girls. They're in the Seattle area. They've been gone for a while, or just haven't podcasted for a while, probably about 6 weeks. And there's a new episode out. So I watched it last night, as I mentioned, while I was pulling in ends. They're a lot of fun to watch. And they're doing a pattern giveaway in their Ravelry group right now, where you have to go read the details. But basically they were talking about snacks. So they came up with this idea that you have to comment in their Ravelry group on the thread what kind of snacks you think other podcasters would have if you just...
What they write on, say, Mean Girls, you'd go to theirs and they would say, oh, I think the Codependent Knitters would eat.
If you just showed up at their podcaster's house, what would they have for snacks? So, it's just whatever you think. So I went and I said that I thought that the Mean Girls would have all the stuff for s'mores and wood for a backyard fire. Like, I could just see hanging out by the backyard fire with them. And then, I can't remember who else I said. Jody and Tracy would probably have homemade baking, like muffins or cookies. Hey Sister podcast, like apple pie. Like, I think they would have homemade
That's
pie.
That's true, right?
They're just good wholesome girls. Like, they sew, they knit, they do everything.
You could pretty much think of anything.
I know. Right? Yeah. Honeybee Knits. Okay, I kind of cheated here because she's told us she loves ice cream, so she would have ice cream. Crafty Mama 73.
Okay, well, don't give them all the answers.
Well, there's no answers. This is just what you think. So you can't copy me. But I thought she'd have, like, real cheesies, like Hawkins cheesies, which I think are Canadian. Oh my gosh, you guys are missing out. Hawkins cheesies.
If you can find them.
If you can find them. They're still around. And who else? Oh, the funny one was Skein Game. So I was trying to think, okay, what would Chantal have? And then someone ahead of me had commented she'd have leftover pizza in the fridge. I'm like, yeah, totally.
Yes, or nachos.
Yeah, nachos. It's just hypothetical. Yeah. What do you think those podcasters? So you can win a pattern. They'll let you pick a pattern.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's
so
funny.
Check them out and check out their Ravelry group. We've talked about a couple. So Skein Game. Okay, so this is a funny story to me. Chantal's most recent episode, she did a little video at the beginning of her local yarn shop.
Yeah, like a field trip to her local yarn shop. And it was just a beautiful place. Really, really nice.
Tons
beautiful
of
light.
My favorite Allegria.
Beautiful
and
light.
a couple, nice store.
Really, really.
And some different yarns that we hadn't heard of. And so the store is called Willakula. Right? Willakula. It's spelled, I'll link to it, but it's, which is Swedish, and I can't remember what it stands for. But it's from Pippi Longstocking. Yeah. So I'm watching this, and then I'm like, ding dong, light bulb. I loved Pippi Longstocking when I was a kid. Loved all the books. I was trying to find them for my son to read because I just thought they were the best books ever. So it reminded me of that. And when I saw the Willakula, I thought, oh yeah. When I used to read the books, I thought the word was, I used to call it Velacula. Totally not Swedish in me. But I was like, I remember thinking Velacula. And then when I saw the name of the store, I'm like, oh, that's what it's called. So yeah, it's a really cute little shop in Calgary, and that was
so when you think of it now, when you think of
it's
that
Willakula. I'm gonna have to read the books again. Whole new story now that the name has changed. It'll be like
so more Swedish.
Yeah. So I'll have to see if the library has them. That'd be fun. Honeybee Knits. She's a really sweet podcaster, Melissa, in the States, and she's just started making project bags. She's got an Etsy shop. She's got a new logo. It's adorable. And she was doing an offer last week. It's sold out, sorry, but she did an offer with some of her project bags where you also got a free skein of sock yarn when you ordered a project bag. She had limited quantities. So she's whipping up a bunch more bags on her Etsy shop. Check her out. And Crafty Mama 73, Crafty Mama podcast, or on Ravelry, she's Crafty Mama Designs with a Z. Also Dawn is in Hamilton.
Yes.
So if we ever head out that way, we have to try and hook up with her. She's in Hamilton, and she's got a podcast and a Ravelry group, and I've been watching her. And she gave us a shout out. Thank you so much. That was really sweet. And yeah, on one of these road trips, we will try and hook up with you, Dawn. So have I mentioned everyone?
I think you
have.
I
wanted to. There are others. These are just ones I've and you've watched recently. Some of our faves. So we'll link to them all in our show notes, and there's no shortage of podcasts to watch.
There's tons of them.
Yeah.
There's just
Okay.
Some of them will kind of speak to you, but some of them won't. Some of them are kind of.
But they're really good.
Yeah. Pick your own.
It's neat. It's neat to see different yarns, and I love when Chantal on Skein Game has done a few little, she's gone to a pottery, someone that makes pottery. So she's done a few little videos like that. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like what some of our plans are for the summer.
But you know what? It's also pretty nice to see what people are doing. Like the projects they're doing. Sometimes you don't think of using that yarn to make that project. And you're like, well, wait a second. I have that yarn. That looks awesome. So it's kind of nice. It's the same thing as when you go into a store and you see samples. Yeah. It's just someone else's perspective of your hobby or your passion.
And some of them do. Chantal does crochet on Skein Game, so it's knitting and crochet. We always talk about knitting, but we do try and do a little. I try and incorporate a little bit of crochet. So when we say knitting,
have to learn.
there's crochet in some of these too. I know Jody has done crochet, so it's not all knitting. So if you're a crocheter, don't give up hope. And there are lots of crochet podcasts too. Just look for them.
Do you want to tell about some of the events coming up? Okay, so you can tell them about that one.
Okay, so we live on the border of Michigan. We're just across the river from Port Huron, Michigan. And my husband was over there last week.
I still can't believe he told you.
Yeah, I know.
It still blows my mind.
He didn't just wait till he got home.
Really?
He texted me. He texted me from the States.
So
and he said, there's a Mary Maxim store there. Mary Maxim originated in Canada. They're like age-old mail order. They have a catalog. needle rug hooking back in the day, right? They still have needlepoint supplies, yarn kits, cross stitch.
Just
they actually originated out of, I think it's Sifton, Manitoba. That's where my dad was born. Like it was a small town in Manitoba where it started, and then the operation moved to Paris, Ontario.
Yeah, and it's still pretty big there.
Pretty big there. There's a store in London, Ontario.
Yep.
And they actually have some other yarns too. It's not all their own Mary Maxim brand. They have some natural fibers. They've got needles, everything. And so Port Huron has a Mary Maxim store. I was just there on Mother's Day.
No, I wasn't there that long ago, and they actually stopped carrying fabric.
There was still a lot left in the store when I was there just a few weeks ago.
Fabric?
No, yarn.
Yeah.
Just stuff.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff. So my husband texts me, the whole point of this story.
Sorry.
He texts me from the States to say, Mary Maxim in Port Huron is closing out. Everything's got to go. And I was like,
They're
what?
There. They're bad needles. We should go.
Okay.
What are you doing today? We gotta go. Just kidding.
Bye. Sale. No, it's sad. It's sad that they're closing out because they actually had a lot of yarn, and I don't know if there's any. Oh, there's like craft store, like the big chain craft stores.
Yeah, there's the big chain craft stores. There's a couple of nice ones not far.
Yeah. So, but that's sad. So yeah, they're closing out. If you live in our area, FYI. But just the shocker was my husband actually telling me about a yarn sale. Like,
it still cracks me up when he did before you did.
I thought he would just keep that a secret. Okay, don't tell her because she'll be over there buying yarn. Oh, which is another. We didn't tell it last time, did we? The funny yarn sale story.
Which one?
Sweet Pea. Our friend Dale and I, in the fall. No, it was in January, I think. There was a yarn shop across the border in a nearby town that was closing, which is sad. I hate when the little local yarn shops close.
Actually, she retired. I'm happy for her. I'm very happy because she retired.
Good.
Yeah.
But we heard about this.
I mean, she didn't close, like, she retired. She didn't.
Yeah. So stuff was like 40% off, and it was progressively more discount. So Dale and I went, got a few things. We actually went back about 3 times.
Text me some pictures.
we went, and we were raving about, like, the ridiculous. This was back when the exchange was better too, so it was a little better, a little easier for us to shop in the States. But the prices were crazy, and we were coming home and just like gushing about the great deals we got. I can't believe we got all this yarn.
And there were some pretty good ones.
And it, like,
you guys got
unfortunate for the store. Yeah, we did.
Some
aren't we good friends?
You are, Jameson.
Yeah. So on the way back, we're on the bridge, like just waiting to go through the toll booth to come across the border.
Which can be backed up.
It was backed up a little bit.
Yeah.
And we were stopped, and traffic started going, and we were talking, and I started going, we're, blah, blah, blah. And I rear-ended the guy in front of me. So it ended up being the most expensive yarn I've ever bought.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, but, I'm a little scared to go. The yarn sales now because like there's bad juju there because of that experience. So maybe we can go across. If you drive,
I'll drive.
Okay, we'll go sometime. Mary Maxim.
Totally Twisted Spin.
This is just heard about this last night. Totally Twisted Spin in Strathroy, Ontario. So between us and London, Ontario.
Is there a store there?
They're doing it downtown.
Oh, nice.
No, there's a farmer's market.
Okay.
There's some kind of a farmer's market. It's a downtown event at this farmer's market.
And it's spinning.
It's spinning.
Okay.
However,
we could go hang out and knit this stuff they're spinning.
I'm just thinking, you know what? If you just showed up with some yarn and sat down and talked to them and sat down and knit for a few minutes, not a big deal, right? So I think spinners are pretty easygoing, hopefully. But it is a spinning event. Okay.
We have sharp needles. They don't.
It is a spinning event, so that's kind of cool. June 24th.
That's awesome. Strathroy.
I saw it on Facebook. So it's just an event. So I don't know that there's a group organizing it or if they have a Ravelry group, but it is on Facebook. Totally Twisted Spin-In. I'll mention it. I just can't link to anything. And then there is a Spinrite Yarn Factory outlet in Listowel.
Oh, they have that. Yeah, they have the factory sale every year.
There was just one at the end of May.
Yeah.
But this is a big tent sale, August 14th to 26th. Now they have...
the last time I went, they had those big cotton balls.
Those were the May one, was the big ball sale.
Was that? Okay.
Yeah. And then it's just their blanket tent sale at the end of August.
So it was that then a couple years
well,
ago.
they called it.
But I bought them. They're like off colors. They didn't make the colors anymore.
Okay.
And I just
who cares?
I would make baby blankets because that stuff washes like a rag.
Well, they have. What do they have? Patents.
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 Patents. Whatever you want to call it. I called it patents.
There was some other brands.
Bernat. I think
okay.
Sugars and Cream or.
What was the yarn that we saw on?
I can't remember now.
It's Canadian.
Remember. Yeah, but it's distributed.
Was that on Chantel's podcast? No,
it was it was in this one.
Yeah,
the Vicula.
Willakula. Yeah, I almost said it wrong. She had a couple of different yarns. Yeah, and so one of the companies, Lisa looked it up, and I think it's in Listowel, so we think that that's a distributor for them. I don't know if it's like yeah. So anyways, if you're in our area and want to check that out. And then we had mentioned already the shows coming up this fall.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, did we?
Did we not
do that?
Oh no, we didn't. We're so silly.
We talked in our first episode about having a giveaway, and
it's
we
under
have
all your yarn.
Under all my yarn. The little chainmail, the metal missing link chainmail, armor, and jewelry, and they're little stitch markers. Made in Sarnia.
They jingle. I like them.
They're cute. Like that, I love the colors. They're like iridescent.
It's like that whale stitch marker I have that jingles that drives you crazy.
Well, you take that off. If it's just one, it doesn't really. Yeah. It's just because they're all together. So this is our giveaway. We just thought we would thank people who subscribed to our YouTube channel.
On this is subscriber note. We are only allowed information if you make it public. So we could only pull from the names that we had available to us. So I don't know if you want to. So
we can't see all the subscribers.
Yeah.
We know we have X number, but we can't see who they all are. And that's in your own account.
Yes, that's your settings, not ours.
Yeah, so we didn't know that.
It's your privacy settings.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just FYI that, hopefully you stay subscribed and you didn't just subscribe to try and get these. But we did we used a random number generator to pick number 7 in our subscriber list in our admin tools for our site. Mm-hmm. And it is Dina Jones. So yeah, congratulations, Dina. We will contact you and get a mailing address and send these out to you. And then because of that, just because of the issues with not being able to see all the subscribers and not everyone being in the running for a giveaway, we're going to do another giveaway on our next episode.
Number 3.
Episode 3.
Yay!
And on that one, it'll be for comments.
That's a good idea.
On the episode.
For comments on
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Comments on this episode.
Yes,
and
comments
we'll draw
on
the next one
too.
Yes, because if you leave a comment, do we see all the comments though? Are there private comments?
If you leave a public comment,
if you leave a public comment on today's episode 2. It's been an hour and a half. If you leave a public comment on today's episode
which is number
in
2 in YouTube,
then we will draw randomly from the comments.
Yeah.
Next time from the commenters.
And they can only enter once, right?
Yeah, comment all you want, but you
can only enter your name once.
We'll enter your name once, and we'll do that.
Sorry, Mom.
And we'll have another giveaway, and we'll draw on episode 3. So comment on today's. We would love to know. We hope that it sounds better today. So let us know your experience.
Try to be constructive though.
Everyone pretty much was.
You know what? Everybody was amazing, and we really appreciate that. Yeah. This is kind of our first adventure. We kind of jumped in with both feet.
We did.
Treaded water as much as we could.
Yeah.
So
I have heard other podcasters mention something about, I don't know if people leave or have left nasty comments. I hope that's not the case. Mm-hmm. But people have kind of hinted at that. And I don't know, we find that in the podcaster community, in the knitting community, in the indie dyer community, everyone is so supportive.
And so positive.
And so positive.
Even, it's not that you can't say something needs improvement.
Right, there's a way to say it.
You need to be nice.
Don't be mean. But I just find there's so much support. People don't even know people, and people might have a health problem or a sick animal, and there's just so much support left. And these are people that just don't know you personally, or maybe some do, but you know, it's really nice, and there's no need to be mean to anyone.
Yeah. So, but like you said,
leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us
what you're making.
Tell us what you're making. Yeah. What are you making? Knitting or crochet? If you want to do a shout out to your local yarn shop or to another.
Do you know what might be a good one? Is what is your favorite thing to see in a knitting store when you walk in?
Okay.
Because we talked about samples, right? And I road trip at all the different stores.
All the would it be samples for us?
I would have to say samples. Samples. I mean, other than yarn. Everybody loves to see yarn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is one of my favorite things that I love to see samples.
Okay.
Samples.
Okay. So leave a comment of any kind. But if you want to tell us, you know, what do you get excited about when you go to your local yarn shop, or if it's a craft shop or whatever, what are you looking for? If you're looking for something new, yeah, I like looking for something new too.
Yeah, that's true.
What's something I haven't seen somewhere else?
The other thing I don't like is when you go in and they only have like, this is funny because I'm gray. I buy gray all the time, but if they only have like, say, there's only 3 colors there of the one yarn. Yeah. And it's like, don't like that, but I really love the feel of it. I would rather be able to see the more colors.
It's hard. Available. They can't carry everything, and most places can't carry every color. But it is nice when you see, because like more. You said, you saw the dark teal.
Yeah, I think I might have to go get the dark teal.
I would probably fall over if you had just bought it, you know. But there you go. Lisa's gonna buy teal because she saw teal. Right? Yeah, it's like, almost like this yarn, right?
Yeah, it's got the flex, but the other one had the flex of navy and yeah,
really nice. Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you so much.
Thanks. It was fun. It's been awesome.
We have fun doing this. Yeah. We hope you have fun watching us. And yeah, join our Ravelry group. And if you're another podcaster or you know another podcast you think we might like, leave it in our Shout It Out Loud thread. Yeah. We're Kiss fans.
All right, so
that's it.
A great time until next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. What? Oh, it's recording. Okay, recording. Okay, so this is me talking in a normal voice.
This is me talking in a normal voice. Here's hoping we're loud enough this time around.
And we have to look at the camera.
Oh, right. Looking at the camera.
Look at, which is the look at the camera when we talk.
It's over there.
It's over there.
It's over there.
It's over there.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So it doesn't pause. It just
stops.